Hello, hello, hello. Hold on. I have attempted to record this many times, and there are every time different issue with my microphone, brilliant variations. But without any further delays, here we go. Corrupted Gauntlet. Definitely highest level content I'm going to be uploading so far. Just to see where my progress is at. Got the Grandmaster Tier 1 weapon achievement, which is pretty awesome. And I got the perfect Hunllef achievement. So, doing pretty well. I need one more armor seed, and I need it enhanced. And then obviously I need some crystal seeds. So here we go. Starting off pretty strong here, finishing off our friend roots. Since we spawned, since that node was so close to it, this door, we're just gonna light this. It's a good thing too, because that revealed 12 fish. So, more than likely, we're also set on fish for this run, which is pretty cool. Always doing our lap to the furthest side. And now usually I don't even bother dropping my resources anymore because I'm very confident in my run, but just because of circumstances with that one, I'm going to drop 4 bark in preparation to make tier 1. Same thing, we're going to finish mining because it's worth it to get these crystal seeds early on, especially to pass 80 for your weapon frame. Typically I actually fish early nodes that I find. Okay, bear, pretty good. Gonna check this one, I'll leave that other one. Since we're so close to being able to make the armor and a weapon frame once we find tier 1, I'm gonna fish these to try to grab ourselves enough seeds, and I will just drop the fish. Yeah, okay, perfect. So I can, really I can drop the fish just down here, since I'm going to be coming back down here for the bear. So I'll drop it at one of these nodes. I'll finish fishing and do that. Once again, it's worth it to get these crystals. Imagine if you could have immediately begun with tier 2 armor pretty much finished. Because you're in a situation like me where you have the materials, right? Okay, perfect. So let's get ourselves a weapon frame here. Don't bother killing them. Grab the seed. Or don't bother finishing them off, I should say. Only do, 0 time attacks. Well, I guess you always use at least one tick, but Okay, so we're just trying to shave down inventory space. Okay, and it's as simple as that. Once again, we have some food dropped elsewhere, so I am not worried, and therefore I am not going to, that's nice, my furnace stopped. I am not going to drop my resources. It just, I don't know, it could get confusing when you're dropping resources, like, people suggest in guides and whatnot. In my opinion, you should try to, not drop as few as possible, but, try to make a compromise if you're not comfortable with, keeping track of all this stuff in your head, even with the plugin. And I think you will get a better feel for CG than if you are practicing the same meta, some of which are just outdated, right? Boy, I really hope this is recording this time. Okay, it is. is. Man, the technical issues I've had, insane. Oh, wrong prayer. Let's see if I get hit. See, I did. So another thing I was gonna say, gotta watch out that you do not get hit by demi-bosses, ever, because they'll clap 48 right on you, and when you're learning the gauntlet, like the corrupt gauntlet, it's not so bad in, the regular gauntlet, but in the corrupt gauntlet, the one that matters, those 2 food or 3 food could be the difference. It's actually useless to fight. No reason, we don't need the shards, so don't do it. But yeah, that 2 food that you spend having to heal that up could be the difference of, your progression kill for Hunllef, and once you get that progression kill, it just all changes. Okay, so we could have used the halberd, but we just ain't gonna, cause, yeah. Not while I'm trying to ramble. I do like the halberd as someone who doesn't have the COX prayers. Get a lot of DPS out of piety, of course. Wow, so this is definitely one of my quicker runs, period. Well, I don't know, on the quicker end, definitely not my quickest, but so, one thing I'm going to point out with this run, like what I just did here is, again, I didn't drop a lot of my resources, I just kind of went free range, didn't pay too much attention to things that I guess weren't second nature. Having practiced it at this point. And I still ended up with a full inventory of food with a tier 2 setup. So if you're learning, like you're trying to push yourself to tier 1, just don't. Like, maybe if you want to practice Hunllef, could be a good idea to push yourself to do perfect runs only, because again, you'll kind of get slapped. Fuck me. Come on, man. But otherwise, tier 2 is just absolutely the way to go. Like, I don't know. Everyone agrees. Probably not everyone, but I think that's kind of where the meta is at right now, especially for iron. Sorry, I'm trying to change my music on the other screen. Something I want to say is, if you can't get used to it, something I think has helped me get much better at. Sorry, my damn phone is ringing, and I don't know if you could hear it. But something that has helped me minimize my DPS loss is spending more time on the prayer screen now that I'm very, very comfortable with my HP and all that. It's better to instant flick your offensive prayer, as you always should be using your offensive prayer in CG. If you're learning, for example, and you're thinking, maybe I should just pay attention to defensive, don't. You need to push yourself, and you want to see like progress. You're not going to see progress until you put 2 and 2 together. If you're having a DPS issue, that was actually very dangerous what I just did there. If you didn't stomp, I don't know if you saw, but yeah, I would have gotten hit unprotected because I was rambling. So here, like, he's about to switch, and immediate Mystic Might, and, I lost no ticks. marginal, but it adds up over time. But even now I'm pretty bad at it. I don't know, I have a habit of spending time on the inventory screen just in general. It's kinda like a compulsion. It's also dangerous there. You know, and especially if you're a regular account, although if you are, you're probably less likely to be doing CG. Then you probably have COX prayers, you definitely have augury, and people really undervalue augury. Like, I swear, what am I doing here? Like, I literally sat through that whole thing unprotected trying to have a ramble about prayers. People really undervalue augury. Augury provides a pretty staggering defensive bonus, which adds up with tier 2 setup on CG in particular. Because your armor bonus is just so high. The way your actual defense roll is calculated is your defensive level, which from prayer is boosted to like 120 or whatever. You know, from the, it's equivalent to the piety boost, the 25%, whatever. Yeah. And so that's, 120 multiplied by whatever defensive bonus you get from the crystal armor, which is ridiculous. And so if Hunllef is already hitting zeros on you, and, without the 120 defense, then, you statistically should be making up a significant and a noticeable difference in the damage you take. So once again, if you are keeping augury and rigor up the whole time, or piety, etc., you're gonna, you're gonna save a lot of health, you're gonna save a lot of food, you're gonna learn a lot quicker. But that was a pretty clean run. Yeah, I guess we'll do some more. Okay, hello everybody. I'm so sorry that my furnace is blaring in your ear right now. However, this time we are coming at you with some actual game sounds, as I have replaced my timer sounds with custom audio files of me. Okay, so here I snagged myself a weapon frame. I should have already dropped this food. It was stupid to keep it for this long, but I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I will drop it right here because I will be back, as there's more than likely one demi-boss here at least. I don't even know which direction I'm going, though. I did not go towards the far side. That's what happens when you get distracted. Honestly, it's this damn furnace. This is gonna be an edited run. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and make the staff make full tier 1 because we can. And yep. That'll be it for now. Fill these vials because we may as well head back the way we came. Dump the pestle mortar. We're all done with our potions. Now let's recollect this food, as we are not going to be back this way. let's finish grabbing this. So now we're all done on armor resources, and if there is not another demi-boss here, then we will go back, make our crystal orb into our tier 3 staff, then we will be on our way. Also sounds like my furnace is finally chilling a bit, so probably won't reignite. I don't think. Should be in the clear. Tell you what, we're also going to be fine on prayer. And we do not need a weapon frame. Alright, let's just teleport back. I think there was a teleport seed on the ground that I missed, but it's totally okay. Perfectly fine on shards. So now let us head to the far end. Now you see there's no reason to drop food or anything at this point, because my inventory is pretty much clean. I'm not going to make myself the bow. I'll leave these two for the end. And so once again, full inventory of food, just want to point that out. Yeah, so I'm not going to make myself the bow off the bat just in case. Furnace is finally off. Just in case we end up with the halberd. We don't want to end up in a stupid situation with weapon frame being missing. Which is usually just, due to human error. I mean, you'll always find enough weapon frames. It's just, I don't know. It's a matter of not being absent-minded. You have a lot of things to keep track of, and weapon frame is one of the easiest to slip into the radar. So we don't need a weapon frame. Let's just teleport back, make our bow, totally drop everything in our inventory, and then just do like a full thing of fish. There's absolutely no reason to max out my inventory at this point. There would be no reason for me to die to Hunllef, aside from mistakes that I would wipe from regardless of, I don't know, my fish content. But it's nice to A, have, and B, show you guys that, wow. Thank you, Furnace. Show you guys that tier 2 setup is not as time sweaty as it appears when you first start grinding. Okay, let's see how my timer works here. I might need to mute my game sounds. Alright. Get ready for another range switch here. I do like to use combo food. Sorry, I'm getting used to my own callouts since I'm not saying too unranged. Obviously, staying alive during the tornadoes is your top priority, but I still encourage you, again, to try to maximize your DPS during that phase while learning, even if it's a struggle. Because it's you know, your damage is the number one thing holding you back from progression typically. You can do the prayer switches and all that if you weren't trying to attack, and switch your offensive prayers especially. But you know, it will become second nature. I mean, unless you're still struggling with, you know, like Jad. It is just a matter of like time and patience. Obviously, I'm not saying CG is not difficult. I think it's very difficult content. I think it's very well balanced at its difficulty. I think the grind is too long, frankly. I think by the time you master it, you still have a lot to go, and it's just so detached from all other content in the game. I get that it leads to a best in slot. It should be a difficult grind, but some of the difficulty is tedium. Well, I don't know, I guess my callouts are working for me here. Not that I really want to listen to myself speak. Wow, that's a mistake. But I could add custom ones for my own use. You know, just like beep boops, so that I could tune out. I do play with a timer though, so that I could zone out, because I don't know, I do have a hard time learning not learning, but I don't know, counting in my head so consistently for something that I grind with I'd say like an 8 out of 10 effort. You know, not quite like 9, 10 out of 10 like a, you know, raid, but I don't know. I mean, I was just counting the 6, it's not that hard, but I blob out 6 and 4, but yeah. Let us see. Oh boy, nothing. Let us go. One more time, I suppose. Okay, starting off with some tier 1 mobs. Once again, you want to fish for that weapon frame. Oh, although, here we go. We get ourselves a guaranteed weapon frame off a tier 2 mob. In my opinion, it's best to just take a tier 2. You'll likely get a weapon frame from one of them, maybe not though if you're unlucky. You will from one or the other though. And then run back, make a staff, and you know, you're good to go. Just like that. So let's loop up. Chop some of this wood. May as well finish off all 7. This mob is not a high priority to get at the moment because we'll get him eventually. He's going to continue following us around these adjacent rooms, so we're in no rush. Finish our fabric off. I already dropped my axe. Let's see here. Fish, good to know. Alright, and gonna check these just in case stuff with mining. And we do got one. We're gonna go for it. Maybe silly, but we could grab this and then the fish. It'll be a good amount of shards. It should make a difference between finishing the tier 1 armor or not, so I do think that was worth it. 11 shards though, that is tough. 30-30, excellent. 30-30, 23, 15. See, sometimes you just get lucky. No reason to teleport back. Make our staff. We'll have plenty for the armor set. And there's so much fish on the screen. Once again, I'm not gonna clutter my brain by attempting to, keep my inventory sensible by dropping stuff. It just it doesn't matter time-wise. We're all set. We really just need to be looking for the demi-bosses. We'll find more food on the way, and I pretty much already revealed more food than I can store in my inventory. I should have dropped the 4 fish, though. I will say I didn't see that in the inventory, but that's okay. I should have also grabbed that root. Drop this pickaxe and have another inventory slot. And nothing. I don't know where the Hunllef is. Okay, might get hit by that. Yeah, I did see. Pretty important. Gotta be careful. Gotta be on the lookout. You should always reveal on these tiles. But I was a little impatient. But again, so much food on this CG. It's totally fine. Don't need ourselves a weapon frame. Once again, I'm gonna run back. At this point, it probably would have been advantageous to walk back. To teleport back. Just because I should be, I'm pretty much guaranteed to be more than alright on my shards. But nonetheless, let's, head out east. Continue fishing on the way. And just in time for our run energy to come up as well. Did not mean to run into them. Wow, 2 zeros in a row. Pretty. Okay. Again, if you only lose a single tick by hitting certain enemies, you should try to kill them just because chance of dropping food. And leaves if you're still looking for them, like, I'm gonna use that. And should be set. Alright, I suppose we could do a halberd run here. Almost got hit by him. That would have been bad. I will say I probably gotta speak less, trying to do a halberd kill while rambling. And we do need that weapon frame, so let's just head back. Obviously, you should do that while running, but it's okay. Alright, and we are gonna fish, teleport back, and we're done. Right? Made pretty good time on this one. As in, like, we cut it close. Every second kind of mattered. But once again, pretty much full food. And sure, we got pretty lucky with some of the food spawns, but well, yeah, no, I mean, I guess that's fair. I didn't have much other trouble. Gonna go for the food drop, just 'cause I can never be too careful if I'm trying to record doing melee, so, I mean, there you go. You'll see here that even with piety, you know, my prayer is never really a major concern. Should be closer. Again, piety is where my highest max hit comes from, 41. And I am dropping some bombs this time. That's the wrong one. Yeah, okay, that was just in time. I was a little late on that prayer switch, but it's okay. Also, I would just like to point out that Hunllef is in a perfect position right now. Well, almost perfect, actually. He's one tile over from where I would like him to be. But especially for melee, this is a really nice setup for running around him while maintaining damage. Ideally, I will actually start with a loop around him. Except in this case, I cannot, so let's get some damage in here. Anyways, that was very close. I was definitely one tick away from getting hit by all the tornadoes at once. Would not have died, but would not have been pretty. Thought I clicked on him, guess not. Piety is also nice with the halberd because you know, you get that ranged defense bonus, ranged bonus for his ranged attack, I should say. When you don't have COX prayers, of course. Not really sure why I decided to eat there. Well, once again, you can see in in a weird way, it's okay to run around, or even through the tornado sometimes. Once again, that was pretty dangerous there. You know, he could really get you when he disables those prayers. I don't know what's going on. A couple times now I thought I clicked on my head. Yikes. Another close call with the tornadoes. Not trying to play perfect though. Alright, so I guess that'll be it for me here. Yeah, okay. Take care. I hope you enjoyed seeing me back, and I hope some of the noises here were still satisfying. Have a good one.